Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English with Noah and Allie, where confidence grows one conversation at a time. I am Noah.
Hello, Noah. Hello, everyone. We're so happy you're here.
Today, we're talking about family.
That's right, everyone. We're going to show you how to talk about your family in simple, natural English.
And if you stay with us until the end, you'll know how to talk about the people in your family, describe them, talk about your relationship with them in a very natural way.
So, let's get into it.
Imagine you're meeting someone for the first time. You're having a nice conversation, and they ask you, how many people are in your family?
Easy question. You can say, there are 5 people in my family.
5? That's a big family.
Or you could say, there are 3 people in my family.
And then you can add a little more. For example, there are 3 people in my family. I have 1 brother.
Or, there are 5 people in my family. I have 2 sisters.
And now the other person knows a little about your family.
But then they might ask, do you have any brothers or sisters?
And that's another easy one. I have 1 brother. I have 2 sisters. Or, I have 1 brother and 1 sister.
Sometimes you want to say whether your brother or sister is older or younger.
For example, I have an older brother.
Or, I have a younger sister. So, if your brother is older than you, don't call him your younger brother.
Unless you want to start a family argument.
Exactly.
So, my older brother, my younger sister. Very useful.
Now, here's the word you may hear when people talk about family. Siblings.
Siblings means your brothers and sisters.
So instead of saying, I have 2 brothers and 1 sister, you can say, I have 3 siblings.
Much shorter.
And sometimes shorter is better, especially when you're trying to remember your English.
Very true.
So there's one more useful expression. If you don't have any brothers or sisters, you can say, I'm an only child.
An only child means you don't have any brothers or sisters.
So, do you have any siblings? No, I'm an only child.
And no brothers or sisters to blame when something goes wrong.
That's one way to look at it.
Now, talking about how many people are in your family is a good start. But usually, we want to say a little more.
Right. We don't just want to say, I have a sister.
We can tell people something about her. My sister is funny.
Or, my brother is very friendly.
Or, my mother is kind.
And you can also say where someone lives. My sister lives in London.
Or what they do. My brother is a teacher.
See? You can start very small. I have a sister. Then add, she is funny. Then, she lives near me.
3 simple sentences. And now we know quite a lot about her.
That's the nice thing about speaking English. You don't need one big, perfect sentence.
You can just add one small idea and then another.
And when you start talking about your family like this, the conversation becomes much easier. Next thing we can talk about our family is our relationship with them.
Because you can say, I have a sister, but that's only the beginning.
You might want to say, I'm very close to my sister.
That's a really useful sentence. I'm close to someone means you have a good relationship with that person.
So, I'm close to my parents. I'm very close to my brother.
You can be close to someone even if they live far away.
Of course, my family doesn't all live in the same place.
Mine doesn't either. And that's why another useful sentence is, I don't see my sister very often.
That means you don't meet her very often. Maybe she lives in another city.
Or you can also say, I don't see my sister very often, but we talk every day. We stay in touch.
Stay in touch means you keep talking to someone even when you don't see them often.
For example, my brother lives in another country, but we stay in touch.
That's very common today. A phone call, a message, a video call.
And sometimes a message that says, hey,
Yes, that's a very long conversation.
very deep. But when we do spend time with our family, we can talk about that too.
For example, I spend a lot of time with my family.
Or I spend a lot of time with my sister.
You can also say what you do together. We watch movies together, we eat dinner together, we go shopping together.
Or we have coffee together.
Noah, that's your favorite one.
Maybe.
And together is a very useful word here. It means you do something with another person.
So, we eat dinner together means you and your family eat dinner at the same time.
And families don't always agree.
Oh, definitely. You can say, we don't always agree, but we get along well.
That's a very natural way to talk about a relationship. And get along well means you have a good relationship with someone,
So, my brother and I get along well.
even if he takes the last piece of pizza.
Okay, maybe not then.
Exactly.
But seriously, you can have small problems with someone and still love them very much.
That's family.
So, when you're talking about your family, you can say more than just who they are. You can talk about how often you see them, how often you talk, what you do together, and how close you are.
And look how much you can say with simple English. I'm close to my sister. We talk every day. We eat dinner together. We don't always agree, but we get along well.
Okay, we've talked a lot about our family already.
But there are still some really useful family words we should know.
Yes, these are very important.
Let's start with a very simple one. Family member.
A family member is simply someone in your family.
So your mother is a family member, your brother is a family member.
You can say, all of my family members live in the same city.
Or most of my family members live nearby.
Now, let's talk about another useful word, relative.
A relative is someone in your family.
For example, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin.
That's a useful word because you don't always want to name every person.
And then, let's talk about cousins.
Cousins are easy. Your aunt's or uncle's son or daughter is your cousin.
So you can say, I have 3 cousins.
Or I'm very close to my cousins.
Maybe you see them every weekend. Now, let's look at 2 words you probably hear a lot, aunt and uncle.
Your aunt is your mother's or father's sister. Your uncle is your mother's or father's brother.
You can say, my aunt lives near me.
Or my uncle visits us every summer.
And if you have a lot of them,
You have a lot of family dinners.
exactly.
Another very common word is grandparents.
Your grandparents are your grandmother and grandfather.
And you might hear someone say, I live with my grandparents.
Very simple.
Now, here's a phrase that's useful when you want to separate your closest family from your wider family, immediate family.
That is right, everyone. Usually, this means your closest family members, like your parents, brothers, sisters, and children. So someone might say, my immediate family lives in Canada.
And then there's also another useful word, extended family.
That means your wider family, like grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins.
But these 2 expressions are useful, immediate family, extended family.
And you don't need to use them every time you talk about your family.
They're just useful words to know.
So let's put some of these words into a natural little conversation.
Okay.
How big is your family?
My immediate family is pretty small. I have 1 brother.
What about your extended family?
Oh, that's much bigger. I have a lot of cousins, aunts, and uncles.
So your family gatherings are probably not very quiet.
Definitely not.
And that's how you can use these words, not as a vocabulary list, but inside a real conversation.
Family member, relative, cousin, aunt, uncle, grandparents, immediate family, extended family.
That's already a great set of words for talking about family.
And now we have the words, we've talked about relationships, we've seen how people actually use them.
So now it's time to put everything together and make our family English sound smooth and natural. All right, Allie. Let's practice together for our listeners.
I love it. Let's go.
Perfect. Let's just have a normal conversation.
Okay. You go first.
All right. Allie, can you tell me a little about your family?
Okay. There are 5 people in my immediate family. My parents, my brother, my sister, and me.
Nice. Are you close to your family?
Yes, very close. We spend a lot of time together.
What do you usually do together?
We usually have dinner together, and sometimes we watch movies.
Who chooses the movie?
That's a problem.
Ah,
Everyone wants to choose.
sounds familiar.
But we usually agree in the end.
That's good. What about your brother?
He's my older brother.
Are you guys close?
Yes, we get along really well.
Do you see him often?
Not very often now. He lives in another city.
So, how do you stay in touch?
We talk on the phone, and we send messages.
That's nice.
What about you, Noah? Tell me about your family.
Sure. There are 4 people in my immediate family. My parents, my sister, and me.
Do you have any brothers?
No brothers, just one sister.
Are you close to her?
Yes, we're very close.
Do you spend a lot of time together?
Not as much as before. She lives quite far away now.
So you don't see her very often.
No, but we stay in touch.
What about your extended family?
Oh, I have a pretty big extended family. I have a lot of cousins, aunts, and uncles.
Do you know all your cousins?
I know most of them.
That's a big family.
It is. What about you? Do you have a lot of relatives?
Yes, I have quite a few relatives. My grandparents live near my parents.
Do you see your grandparents often?
Yes, I usually visit them on weekends.
That's nice.
I really enjoy spending time with them.
And that's actually a really natural way to talk about family.
You don't need difficult words. You can just talk about the people you know, where they live, and what you do together.
And use simple phrases like, I'm close to my sister. We get along well. We stay in touch. I don't see them very often. I spend a lot of time with my family.
When you put those phrases into a real conversation, they become much easier to remember.
Exactly. And honestly, that's the best thing about talking about your family in English.
You don't need complicated English.
You already know the people you're talking about.
You know your parents, your brothers and sisters, your grandparents, your cousins.
You know what you do together. You know how often you see them, and you know how you feel about them.
So you don't need a perfect speech.
You just need a few simple words and your own story.
And that's enough.
Maybe your family is big. Maybe it's small. Maybe you live together. Maybe you live far away from each other.
Every family is different.
And that's what makes your answer interesting.
So don't worry too much about making every sentence perfect.
Just start talking.
Start with one person. Add a little detail and let your story grow.
Because the more you talk about things that are familiar to you, the more natural English can feel.
And maybe that's one of the nicest ways to practice.
You're not just practicing English. You're talking about your life.
And the people who are part of it.
So, our listeners, thank you for spending time with us today. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like the video.
And subscribe to English with Noah and Allie if you haven't already.
And we'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you love about your family?
Tell us in the comments.
We always love reading your answers. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and most importantly,
Keep enjoying English.
we'll see you in the next conversation.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.